Hello and welcome to the middle of a field. I hope you can hear me over the sound of the sheep because they are really loud and very inquisitive as well. Anyway, I'm on my graveyard permission today. For those of you who are new to my channel, I call this my graveyard permission because literally 300 yards over that way, across the road, in 2017 I believe it was, a Roman era burial ground was found. I don't think they were all Romans that were buried there. I think they tested the bones and there were people from all over the world, but it was Roman era, and I have found a Roman coin here once before over that way somewhere. It was a toasted copper coin or bronze coin. There wasn't anything on it, but I'll put a picture of it there. That's the coin I found. There it is. Anyway, so I've not been here since before Christmas, I think it was. If you can hear a building site, tractors and stuff in the background, that's because in the field that way, the landowners lost some land for compulsory purchase, so now they're building over there. But it's okay though, because I've had all the goodies out of that field. I had a silver ring from 1981 and Elizabeth I, 2 pence I think it was, which was pretty cool. So I've done this field loads of times before, but I've never done it thoroughly. I'm going to try something new today. So I'm going to run my machine in 50 tones, which I've done before, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig every single target and see what happens, except for iron. I'm not going to dig iron. I'll be here all day. I won't probably move more than a couple of meters if I just dig the iron. So yeah, I'm going to dig all the signals and see what I find, because the signals that I normally walk away from, which before I have dug and have turned out to be hammered coins or something equally as interesting. So yeah, I'm just going to take my time and see what happens. So hopefully those sheep will stop following me now. They're hilarious. I've never seen sheep like them before. They just follow you everywhere. So yeah, I'll see you at the first hole. So that was target number 1 in 50 tones, digging all targets that I can't remember what it's set on actually. Let's have a look. So it's set on 4 and above by the looks of it, or 3 and above, something like that. So I actually suspected that to be aluminium. It's definitely a signal I would have walked away from in the past, and that just proves it was worth walking away from. And there's another one, just a little bit of aluminium. That's another signal that was jumping all over the place. I kind of knew it was aluminium before I dug it actually, but I thought I would dig it anyway for the purpose of the video. This is a signal that I would not have walked away from, but should have. I think that is a slug from a slug iron. Picture there, a little diagram. But yeah, pretty sure that's what that is. I've had loads of these off here actually. Not off this field especially, but off the other fields. It's quite a big permission, this one. But yeah, slug from a slug iron. This was a 12 to 14 I think it was. It was jumping around between 12 and 14. I would have dug that on a normal day, and yeah, it just goes to show that one was worth digging. Don't know exactly what it is. Bit of horse tack probably. Looks like it had some kind of maybe some silver gilding on there, or nickel plating. I don't really know, but yeah, bit of horse tack I reckon. Another little bit of aluminium, but I will be honest, I would have dug that because that was coming up 18, 19. Could have been a small piece of silver. Yeah, you just don't know. Normally aluminium, the numbers, at least on the knocks anyway, jump all over the place. So especially when it's a big piece of aluminium, the numbers are jumping everywhere. So you know where it is. But this one, no, I would have dug that on a normal day, and I would have been very disappointed, which I am. Here's something kind of interesting. The first thing I found was that. I thought it was just a clog clasp, and then I could just see that there, and I thought it was just the imprint, and I went to pick it up and realised it's a whole thing. It's old. I don't know what that is. Is it some kind of old lock? Old padlock? I don't think it is, you know. Some kind of strap end, maybe? That's very interesting. I haven't got my little spray bottle with me today either, so I can't clean it up any more than that. So I'm going to have to clean that one at home, I think. And if it's anything interesting, I will let you know. Yeah. It's been about an hour, maybe a bit more, since I found this. And I've just met up with a guy called Andrew. He won the second prize on my giveaway. So I just met up with him to give him his prizes because he's local. And showed this to him, and he pointed out that it's a lighter, and I have to agree. As soon as he said it, it was completely obvious. You know, like a Zippo style lighter. You can see the fluff inside there, which would have held the paraffin. Now it just holds muddy water. But yeah, that's what that is. That's it's a lighter. They've got me pinned. They've got me pinned. I'm pinned in the corner. Hello. Oh, hello. You're friendly. Friendly sheets. Alright, I'm not going to hurt you. There we go. I think that is probably an aerial of a car. More than likely. Makes a bit of sense, really. The landowner told me before they inherited the place, there was a lot of cars on this, not on this field, but you know, near the house at the top. There was many cars all there, so maybe it's come off one of them. It's not the first car related thing I found here. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to carry that one around. It's a nice little plain flat button there. Yeah, that signal, I am not actually entirely sure if I would have dug that, because even though it was sort of 18, 19, it was a bit scratchy. But I'm glad I did dig it, because I do like buttons. And on the back there, you can just about make out a little bit of the original gold gilding, so that's quite nice. Yeah, happy with that. It's a crusty old coin. Looks about the size of a halfpenny. It's quite chunky, quite thick. So I'm going to assume George III, but you'll never know. I'll never know who it was. But yeah, just a crusty old coin. I would have left that. I would have walked right on from that one, which would have been the right thing to do. It's just an iron nut. I don't know how much longer I can keep this up, actually, digging every signal, because yeah, it's just it's getting a bit frustrating. So that was coming up at 5, 6, so very low numbers, very low tones. It was a bit scratchy. I probably would have walked away from that, but it's a little 4-hole button. It's very, very corroded and worn. Is corroded the right word? I'm not sure, but you know, it's been in the ground a while. It's pretty knackered. Don't know how old that one is though. But yeah, 4-hole button. So the first time my coil went over that, it came up at a 21, but the signal was very faint, and I turned 90 degrees, signal was gone. That told me iron. But I thought, you know, for the purposes of the video, I will dig it anyway, and lo and behold, it's an old iron nail. At least that's what I think it is, although like that it does look like a Roman brooch, but I don't think that's what it is. I'm going to see if I can clean it up a little bit more, just in case it's anything more interesting. No, I can't clean it up any more than that. It's just an old nail, an old bent nail, nothing exciting. So yeah, I would have walked away from that one. Nice little chunk of lead there. That's not something I would have walked away from. That was a nice strong 1920 on the VDI. Nice strong solid tones. But yeah, it's just a piece of lead. Again, that was 1920. Really nice strong solid tones, but it's just a little piece of aluminium. Yeah, I'd dig tones like that all day long. It's just, unfortunately, it was a bit of rubbish. Yeah, but there we go. That's how it is sometimes. That was coming up 14, 15. Normally would have dug that because it was quite a strong signal, but I think it's just a piece of copper pipe that's been flattened, so nothing special there, unfortunately. There's a nice little clog clasp there. It's not an easy thing to say, that clog clasp. I'll say that 10 times in a row fast after a few beers. But yeah, signals were 11, 12, 13. I think I would have digging it this time of day, still full of energy. Yeah, but if it was the end of the day and I was getting tired, I think I probably would have walked away from that one, which would have been a bit of a mistake, because I quite like a clog clasp. It's, you know, that fell off someone's shoe once. They were walking here, it fell off the shoe, and they got annoyed probably. Yeah, some sheep over there trying to steal my tuna sandwich on that tree stump. Get away from my tuna sandwich! We have a Tombac button. I believe that's what it is. I'm pretty sure they're made out of pewter, I think. Not entirely sure. But yeah, it's a really nice one as well. There's the imprint of the back of it. Imprint of the front of it. That was coming up at a solid 9 on the VDI, but the tones were very weak. It wasn't very deep. Would I have dug that on a normal day? I think it depends. I think if I was really tired, I think I would have just left that. But because I've got some beans left in me, I dug it. I'm glad I did. Yeah, that's really nice. Something old and interesting. I wonder what that was. That was coming up at a solid 17 on the screen. Both directions, 17, nice and solid. And then once I dug the plug, started jumping around a bit between sort of 12 and 19. But yeah, anybody knows what that is? Let me know in the comments. It'd be really interesting to know. That was a nice strong 17, 18. Don't know what it is. Puller. It says puller there. I don't think it's particularly that old. It's mostly made of plastic. A bit of copper or something on the front there. Another little piece of lead there. Looks like it's broken, so it might have been a longer piece. Yeah, piece of lead. Don't know what it would have been. It's been in the ground a while. A little bit of foil. That was coming up at a 3 on the screen. Would I have dug that on a normal day? No. No, I would not. Not a number that low that was that close to the surface. It did say that it was only about an inch down, 2 inches down. Just a little bit of rubbish. don't know what it's off. Could be a bit of horse brass, like a horse blinker plate, like a part of one, or it could be off a door lock. Don't really know. It was coming up about, I think it was 15-16 on the screen. I probably would have dug that on a normal day, yeah. Big piece of aluminium, or biggish piece. I knew what that was before I dug it. Numbers were jumping all over the place from 21 to 40, and then I knew it was going to be aluminium, but I dug it anyway for the purpose of the video. Once I dug it, it was a solid 28. Yeah, so it could have potentially been an old penny. What else comes up at 28? A 2p, modern 2p, the full copper ones. Yeah, but it's just a bit of rubbish. I would not have dug that on a normal day. So yeah, so far I've been digging every signal, and it's starting to get a little bit frustrating because I'm digging so much rubbish. There's been a few things I haven't bothered filming, just because you probably don't want to see bits of foil after bits of foil after bits of foil. So I'm going to call it quits on the digging every signal now. I'm going to start walking away from some of them. Otherwise this video is going to be hours long. Yeah, so I'm going to move to another field behind me down there. See that hedge line there? I'm gonna go down there. First time I ever came here, actually, I was in that field and I found my first silver sixpence, and I found a gold gilded brooch. The flow said it was Victorian, but I think it was older than that. It wasn't Victorian style, or maybe it was, I don't know. I'll put a picture of it. There you go, there's a picture there. Yeah, that was the first time I came, maybe the second time I came here, actually. I'm telling a lie now, aren't I? First time I ever came here, I was with my Vanquish 540. I had no idea what I was doing at all. And this is before I started making videos. On that day I tried to start making my first video, and it just felt really weird talking to myself in a field. Don't care these days, I've gotten used to it now. I'm quite happy. You know, there's a building site on the other side of that hedge line there, and for all I know the builders could be lined up behind that hedge listening to me. I just don't care. So I'm quite happy to make videos now. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go down there. I'm not going to dig every signal anymore. I'm just going to dig the ones that I think are worthy, but I'm going to stick to 50 tones. I think I'm enjoying that. Yeah, so I'll see you down there. So this is the first hole in that next field, and I've had quite a few signals. Most have been really rubbish, bad signals, so I'm quite glad I've stopped digging them. But yeah, so I don't know what this is. Is it part of an old buckle, maybe? I don't really know. It's got the pin in there. I think it's pewter, actually. Yeah, I don't know what that is. If you know what it is, let me know down there. It's a spoon, a complete teaspoon. Wow, that's quite a nice one. It's not even bent, or maybe a little bit, maybe a little tiny bit. I think it might be fun to maybe do a video on restoring this. Maybe might be a bit interesting. If you'd like to see a video of me restoring this spoon mostly to its former glory, let me know in the comments and I will do it, if there's enough people who want it. I've got 21, solid 21, solid, no, 21, 22. And it's around there. Let's see where it is. 21, 22, what could that be? That could be many different things, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, could be a shilling. However, I think if it was a shilling, I think it would be more of a, like, less jumpy between 21, 22. Could be an old penny. Still in the hole. Right. new pinpointer. Where is it? There. Normally I wouldn't dig a plug like that. It's more in the wall. Down there somewhere. Dig some more, shall we? Let's see what old Noxie says. Yeah, it's in there somewhere. Right, we're going to have to make this hole bigger, aren't we? I don't know how I managed to pinpoint that so inaccurately. As long as we put it back in nicely, should be fine. Still a nice strong signal. Oh. In here somewhere. A piece of coal there, but it's not that. Right, in there slowly. There it is there. There it is. It's not a silver coin. It is a nice old D buckle. There it is. A little bit bent, quite a small one. I do love a good buckle though. I have a little bell. At least that's what I think it is. It looks like a bell. Could it be a candle snuffer? Probably not. I think it's a little bell. I think it's probably the first bell of this kind I've ever found. It's not a crocodile bell, unless they come in different shapes, because I'm pretty sure a crocodile bell is just like a ball, isn't it? With the little thing inside it rattling around. So what kind of bell is this? Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments if you know what kind of bell that is. Any ideas? I've got no idea. Seems to have teeth all up each side. It looks familiar, but I just can't place it. Yeah, I've come into a different field, I forgot to mention. So I moved to the second field and it was just really quiet there. So I've come to another field. So everything from the spoon onwards is in this third field. But yeah, no idea what that is. No idea at all. There's a funny little thing. Looks like a really weird car or tractor. No, don't think that's what it is. I think it's just a piece of metal off or out of something. It's very thin, very flexible, very flimsy. Yeah, not quite sure what that could be. No idea what that is. Is it part of an old two-piece buckle? Not sure if it's got a design on it. I think it has. I'll have to clean that one up at home, I think. Yeah, interesting little thing. Just found this rather sizable Tombac button. Nothing unsuspecting on the back. But look at that on the front. Is that M-I-M or M-I'm? Not quite sure. Really nicely decorated, hand carved by the looks of it. Wow, that's really nice. I think someone's made that for someone else. Like a gift maybe. Wow, that's really nice. I like that. Just a scrunched up bit of copper. Yeah, not quite sure what that would have been. Maybe some kind of large strap end or something like that. Don't really know. Yeah, one for the scrap bin, I think. Well, that's it from my graveyard mission for today. I am going to come back again at some point soon, I think. Especially when the days are longer and a bit warmer. It might be a little bit more fun. Yeah, nothing really amazing to come up today, nothing super special except for that Tombac button which I had about half an hour ago or so, with MIM on it. That's a really nice little find. That was a personal gift to someone, or someone's made it for themselves, or made it for a friend or a member of the family or something. Yeah, so I've had fun being out though, although this morning when I was digging every signal, that was starting to get on my nerves. But since then, I've not really dug a lot. But yeah, just how it is, isn't it? Like my hat, got my logo on it. I made it myself this morning. The hat arrived just before I went out detecting, and I've got some iron-on patches that I made myself, and I ironed it on, and it is not centre. Although when I did it, it looked perfect. But no, it's not centre, it's just off to the side. The hat's pretty rubbish, to be honest with you. It was only a couple of quid off eBay, just an experiment. Maybe if I can get some better quality hats and figure out how to get this dead on centre, maybe I'll sort some out. Maybe do another little giveaway, or might have some for sale maybe. I'm going to do another giveaway, maybe around 750 subscribers, just as a thank you and appreciation giveaway possibly. Anyway, yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it informative when I was digging every single signal this morning. If not, then I'm sorry. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.